her coming out celebration this October in Chicago, but not in conjunction with AEW, but in conjunction with Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory Extravaganza, which is October 20th at the Odeum Expo Center in the Chicago area. And she is going to have multiple high-profile events. And Pastey, when I say multiple, I mean she's gonna be busy that week.
Oh, she's going big.
Woo. So first, Thursday, October 17th, Impact Wrestling Pizza Party with Kiera Hogan. Kiera will speak to the attendees. She's going to sign autographs, pose for photos, and do so much more at Lou Malnate's Pizzeria. The pizza party is
Illuminati?
The Illuminati confirmed. It's Lou Minotti. Oh my God. Wow. That is awesome. The pizza party is geared for area youth and is hosted by the Pinta Pride Project, which runs Buffalo Grove Pride in suburban Chicago. And the coolest thing about the Pinta Pride Project is 13-year-old Molly Pinta spearheaded 13-year-old. Let me emphasize that. 13-year-old Molly Pinta spearheaded the first ever Buffalo Grove Pride Parade this past June and has garnered widespread local and national press. Pastey, she made it on the Today Show.
That's awesome.
That's just Thursday.
Yes.
Saturday?
Taking Friday off, apparently.
Well, Friday, I'm sure they got a lot of shows to do and stuff, you know?
Yeah. But Saturday, October 19th, there's a ceremonial coin toss for flag football. Kiera would talk with players before the games start, then perform the ceremonial coin flip duties for the Chicago Metropolitan Sports Association. CUMSA, as I like to call them.
Yes. Go CUMSA.
The CUMSA is the largest non-profit gay and lesbian sports organization in the Midwest with about 3,200 members. CMSA is open to all, regardless of sexual orientation, gender, or gender identity.
So, this is a perfect example of why we need more of this. First of all, it's awesome that they have this gay and lesbian sports organization, which is all-inclusive. You can be a straight person and still
participate. There should just be more all-inclusive sports organizations in general.
Yeah, but when it says that this is one of the largest with about 3,200 members, that's pretty small.
Yeah.
3,200? Like, I mean, there's...
In the Midwest.
Imagine how many people
it's not in the country.
Yeah, but, I mean, yeah, it's only located in the Midwest, but still, I mean, think of how many, like, NRA members there are, how many this or that, or, you know, it's like, wow, that's not a lot. That's... Like, there's towns. There's small towns that are bigger than that.
Yeah.
So, it's sad, but it's good that they're making steps. Is that all she's doing Saturday, Pacey?
Oh, no, because then Kiera will do a ceremonial puck drop before the Chicago Wolves game against Rockford Ice Hogs for the team's Pride Night, then participate in various Pride Night festivities. Portion of the tickets sold to the game will benefit the Center of Halstead, which is Chicago's LGBTQ plus community center.
That's cool.
Yes, and after that, they do, as they do every Saturday night, Scarlet Bar will host a pregame to kick off the night's festivities with 4 local drag performances on stage. Kiera will host the pregame with Aurora Gozmick.
That sounds fun. I want to go to that. I would be so there.
Drag shows are always a good time.
They are. And then on Sunday, October 20th, Kiera Hogan will speak at the Center on Halstead, which is Chicago's LGBTQ plus community center, as Pastey mentioned earlier. Her 45-minute talk titled Biceps Before Brunch, and folks, that's written B-I-seps, sort of like bisexual biceps. Get it? It's cool. It's a pun. Biceps Before Brunch, and that will include a Q&A session again, autographs also, with photo opportunities. So if you miss her on Thursday, hit her up on Sunday. And Pastey, after all of the week's events, Kiera Hogan will finally participate in Bound for Glory, which I'm sure she's going to have an awesome match on that card, which will be that Sunday night, October 20th. And folks, when it gets closer to the date, as always, we will have predictions and then results.
Yes, indeed. Sounds to me like she's winning a championship.
Sounds to me like she's already won in my book. I think this is awesome. I give Impact nothing but props for going out of their way and promoting this, for standing behind Kira. And I give it up for Kira for being out and open and drawing attention to this and giving of herself. This has got to be a busy week before their biggest pay-per-view of the year. She's just spreading herself so thin because it needs to happen. People need to be out here talking about it. And you know the other thing I actually love about this, pASTEY? It's that? Not during Pride Month. They're not just only doing it because it's the Pride Month.
Right.
They're stepping on Susan G. Coleman's ass and saying, fuck breast cancer. Let's talk about these poor LGBTQ plus folks out here, because you need to do that. Mm-hmm. It's not just, there aren't problems just in 1 month. Right. And that's for everything that has a quote unquote month. It's not like once that month is over, everything's fine. Good for her.
Yes, indeed.
And every homophobic person listening to our show hates us now, and you know what? I don't need them listening to us.
That's fine.
Yep.
We've went with a few listeners for most of our career. We can continue that way. Impact officials told Talents back in May that they were working on covering hotel costs as a way to give back to the locker room by absorbing some of the financial burden of being on the road. Impact recently covered hotel costs for their talents while they were in Mexico, but talents were still paying for their own hotel for shows in the United States and Canada. That is about to change, as hotels will be covered moving forward, beginning with next week's Impact TV tapings in Las Vegas. It was noted that this is a new consistent road policy for Impact. That is cool.
God, really cool.
Take care of your fucking contractors.
Is it weird that Alberto and Chavo's Mexican promotion is offering health care, and the Canadian former TNA current Impact is offering to pay for hotels, while billionaire Vince McMahon and billionaire Tony Khan aren't willing to do either one for their guys?
I mean, AEW is still young, and once they start generating revenue, I could see them to do it. I don't think WWE ever will, though. At least not as long as Vince is around.
But I'm just saying, I mean, let's be honest.
I do think as a company, though, you should do one or the other. Yeah,
Alberto and Chavo's promotion is young. Mm-hmm. They're doing it. I just think it's cool. I think it's cool that these smaller companies are actually noticing that if you take care of your talent, it's an investment. It's going to come back to you. You're going to make more money by investing in your talent.
Yeah.
And I just think it's cool. I think it's cool they're doing it. I think it's cool that any company does it. I just think it's ironic that these two major giant conglomerates that have all this money just falling out of their back pockets aren't willing to pay for Band-Aids to be stocked in the first aid kit. Just something to point out. Something else we can point out, which is of note. The LLC owned by Ric Flair, or basically Ric Flair's quote-unquote company, folks, for you that aren't in the legal business, they filed for the trademark on The Man this past Monday, pASTEY. Now, this is interesting because, as almost everybody listening to this knows,
he's going to give it to Charlotte.
WWE uses The Man for Raw Women's Champion and rival to Charlotte Flair, who is Ric Flair's daughter, as to Becky Lynch.
Her name.
She's The Man. And yes, Ric Flair has used the phrase, to be the man, you've got to beat the man, for decades now. But he's never really went by the nom de plume, The Man. So this can almost only be to secure that from WWE and from Becky.
Yeah. That's,
and with them being so tight
are
right
Charlotte
now,
and Andrade going to jump to Del Rio's promotion? You know what I mean? That would be that to me. That's kind of what it smells like. She's got connections to Del Rio from the past.
Obviously.
I mean, Want that health insurance.
You know, this could be right. This could, yeah, because she needs to get her next set of titties paid for. I'm sorry. This could be nothing, but it's interesting.
It is very interesting. I don't think he's going to get it. I don't know if you could copyright that, but
I don't know. But if Becky Lynch wasn't using the man, or if Ric Flair trademarked the whole, his whole quote to be the man you got to beat, like that really wouldn't be newsworthy. We wouldn't have put it on here, but just something, there seems to be some unconnected dots here that.
What if he trademarked both of them, and so legally, in order to use the term the man, you had to actually beat him?
That might be the coolest thing that any wrestler would have ever done in the history of pro wrestling.
It's an invisible championship, is what it is.
If they had, if you could literally win a trademark off of people, kind of like how people would win pink slips for cars from racing, street racing. Yep. Like you're gonna win the trademark to a name from wrestling a dude in a shoot wrestle. Oh, that's fucking awesome, Pasty.
I love it.
Oh, that is so... How come that hasn't happened so far that we know of? At least not in a major way. How has that not happened?
It should.
Damn. More legal matters should be held in the court of law in the middle of a pro wrestling ring.
Kevin Owens should have had to have beat Stone Cold Steve Austin for use of the stunner.
Yeah. I think we should have just put CM Punk and
Kenta?
I think we should have just put CM Punk and why do I keep just wanting to say Scotty Goldman? Fucking why can't it? Colt Cabana. I couldn't think of fucking Colt Cabana's name for no reason.
Scotty Goldman.
That's what they called him in WWE. Them fucking racist bastards. Oh, he's a Jew. Let's call him Scotty Goldman. You fucking racist pricks. No, you should have had Colt Cabana and CM Punk instead of going to court. Just fucking throw them in the ring, fight each other. Whoever wins gets the money. They just have a giant sack with a money bag sign on it, or with a money sign on it.
Maybe that's Cody Rhodes' plan going forward. You don't know. AEW could make that happen. Tony Khan's got the money.
So, one way or the other, either Becky Lynch or Ric Flair are going to lose the man. And Pasty, over this past week, 2 men have been lost to probably the most sinister, vile, worst thing that could ever happen to another man.
It's a disease. It's a plague.
It's awful. It's horrible.
It's marriage.
And, yeah. It's the M word. I don't even want to say it, but first off, WWE's Peyton Royce and AEW's Shawn Spears are trying to bring the kingdoms together in a sign of peace through marriage.
It's not going to work.
They both got married this past weekend, and
Britt Baker and her parents got kicked out of NXT TakeOver.
Surprisingly, I didn't see any public announcement from AEW, but WWE congratulated both Peyton Royce and
did they say Ty Dillinger?
Ty Dillinger. But they did congratulate them both, so that was kind of cool. They should have just put Sean's real name in.
Right.
Which I don't know what that is, but I'm going to look it up right now. But, whatever. They did mention it, and that's kind of cool, I think.
Yeah. Well, Sean and Peyton aren't the only ones, because it appears Finn Balor also married Fox Sports Mexico correspondent Veronica Rodriguez, and not Venezuelan porn star Veronica Rodriguez.
Yeah, so, funny story here.
Did you get excited when you read the headline? Like, oh, shit.
Well, there was a rumor that Finn Balor
Paul
had
Heyman's
married...
always hanging out with what's-her-face, Dylan Harper or whatever.
I have no idea who that is, to be honest.
Oh, she's on them sites, boy.
Oh, hey. But no, it was like Finn Balor married, so I opened it up and it said Finn Balor married longtime girlfriend Veronica Rodriguez. So I was like, who the fuck? I figured she was a wrestler or something. So I threw it in the old Google machine, and the first thing that popped up was like 7 different pages of Veronica Rodriguez. And there's a Wikipedia page, Veronica Rodriguez, Venezuelan porn star and shit, or adult film actress, it said, but we know what it is. So I was like, hot damn, Finn Balor married a fucking Venezuelan porn star. Way to go, buddy.